My sister, did you hear that Mr. Jonah's wife is dead?
Yes, so I heard she went to that traditional doctor's place to deliver her baby and complication resulted.
God knows that all my delivering has been at the recognized hospital, and whenever I'm pregnant, I always patronize the hospital with qualified medical personnel.
But you know that this hospital demands so much money and the main hospital is far from us.
No! Government has made delivery free both at the hospitals and primary health centers throughout the state.
All pregnant women are advised to register with the nearest health center or hospital for safe delivery of their babies. Avoid quacks to stay alive.
This message is brought to you by the Delta State Ministry of Information in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF.
Hello, good day. Welcome to the program Your Health. Is a program that brings you medical information to your doorstep so that you'll be able to manage and assess treatment wherever you are. We've got personnel on the platform that will give you all the necessary information that we need. Like we told you last time we met, we are running a series that is being sponsored by the UNICEF in collaboration with the Ministry of Information, Delta State.
Pregnancy is one of the most vital and sensitive periods in the life of a woman. At this stage of life, experts recommend that expectant mothers choose a variety of healthy foods and beverages to provide the important nutrients a baby needs for growth and development. As the body of a pregnant woman gets ready for the fetus development and the breastfeeding process, the womb tissues and the placenta are developing and the blood supply increases. That's why certain foods should be consumed sparingly while others should be avoided completely. For instance, high mercury fish such as swordfish and king mackerel, commonly found in polluted water, can be toxic to the nervous system, immune system and kidneys, which could in turn cause serious developmental problems in children. A pregnant woman is growing a family inside her. Therefore, there are essential tips to bear in mind. Eat regular meals throughout the day, combining the various kinds of foods and food groups including vegetables, lean protein, whole grains and dairy products. Eat smaller amounts of foods more often. This is because customizing the quantity and quality required for a pregnant woman is dependent on her age, physical activity, height, weight and health status. Drink a lot of water, as water prevents dehydration, reduces the risk of fetus injury and helps develop early contractions. Eat dietary fiber-rich foods as they assist in regulating the digestive tract activity and beneficial for the prevention of chronic ailments. Take supplements always, including iodine, vitamin D, iron and folic acid. And lastly, always use the information on the food label. Read the food label, which contains important information concerning the food content, manner of its storage and its usage during pregnancy. Pay attention to ingredient list, nutritional value in the food packaging and choose according to recommendation. Healthy diet during pregnancy can be achieved with the foods available to you. It is not about cutting down the quantity of food you eat. Rather, it is about making better informed food choices. Remember, healthy pregnancy brings about healthy baby.
So today we'll be taking on antenatal care. I have in the house Dr. Olumiwa Bamidele, consultant pediatrician, Federal Medical Hospital, Asaba. Doctor, good to have you.
Yeah, pleased to be here. Yeah, good day.
All right, we're taking on antenatal care today, ANC. Without much talk, everybody knows that antenatal care is basically for the pregnant woman. So this is the contact line we're looking at. So we know it's the woman who needs it. But why does a pregnant woman need ANC care?
Okay, thank you. Well, basically, let me just start by saying that antenatal care is a kind of care that it's actually provided by skilled healthcare professionals to pregnant women during the course of their pregnancy, so that there will be favorable outcome for both the mother and the child. Well, I think the key word here is that it is being provided by skilled healthcare professionals, because skilled healthcare professionals have been trained in those things to look out for in this pregnant woman. Because the thing is, pregnancy is a critical period in a woman's life, and we should be aware of the fact that when you see a pregnant woman, you are not just seeing only one person. Sometimes you are seeing two people, sometimes you see there are three, and sometimes there are four, depending on the number of babies that you have. So it's a very critical period in a woman's and the baby's life. So this kind of care should be provided by those that have been trained to do it.
Okay, for how long should a woman undergo ANC?
Okay, yeah. Well, what is said is as soon as a woman knows that she's pregnant, she should actually go and register for antenatal care. But, well, the cutoff that WHO is proposing is between the 8th and the 12th week of gestation, that is, of pregnancy.
Okay.
When the woman
now
age, that's
about
what
8 weeks, 2 months.
2 months. You know, we use weeks, so it's easier. Till the woman delivers, that's like, we call it 10, maybe 40 weeks and all that. You know, so those are the and the woman should have at least, the WHO court recommendation, 8 visits.
8 visits.
8 visits.
Okay.
But, well, they still say that it can be still be 4 is still preferable, you know, if a woman say has 4, because even one, sometimes it's because you see a lot of women actually, they come to the hospital and it's the day they are delivering, that's the first day you're having contact with healthcare services.
Because I was about to mention, you just said 4 acceptable, 8.
But 8 is standard, depending on what you're seeing. You understand? Because it's even said that even if a woman has one antenatal visit, that it reduces the probability of complication up to 5 times. So
one visit is very important.
You see, if one visit is that important, then
To avoid
8
5
is yes to complications.
Okay. Because you just mentioned that most women, you see them only when they are due.
Yes, some of them.
Some of them.
They just have that first contact when they are due to it. Okay, and they're just like, okay, I'm pregnant, that maybe somebody had done it before, or that's what I was told. I think that is one of the benefits of this, the importance of this program, so that people will begin to know that it's because, you know, a lot of information fly around during pregnancy. Let me digress a little. A personal experience. My wife was actually attending antenatal.
Okay.
You know, normally, and a friend told her that, hey, see, why can't you just start taking gin so that your baby will be small, so that you won't have tears? So you see, that is the benefit of an antenatal. I had to do a personal antenatal care at home exactly, to degen that mentality. So that is why I said they should go to the hospital to get this information.
You hear doctor said it's very, very necessary that you attend at least 4 antenatal care. But if you cannot have that 4 visit, standard is 8, but at least give us 4. Once you come, they take care of you. All right, doctor, let's actually explain to our people out there, especially the woman. But when I know the journey of pregnancy, it's for both the male and the female, husband and wife. But specifically here, we're looking at the woman who is carrying the baby. Why is antenatal care very important? Well,
the importance of antenatal care is very, very huge. Like I said previously, it is it's about the mother and the child, and unfortunately, what we have in Africa, or let me say in developing countries, not in Africa, is not too wonderful, because now maternal mortality ratio in developing countries now it's around, I think, 239 per 100,000 live births. And in developed countries, it's like 12 per 100,000 live births. You understand? And presently, the Sustaining Development Goal, the goal is to reduce maternal mortality to at least 70 per 100,000 live births.
Okay.
And when we talk about maternal mortality, basically 90 to 99% of maternal mortality is in developing countries. So that is, and most of these deaths, they are due to mothers not attending antenatal care. Because
is it because the treatment is not accessible, or the woman just feels reluctant to go?
Well, there are a lot of factors. But okay, let me just move from the importance to the factors. The importance is one. Sometimes antenatal care, like I told you, sometimes that's the first contact a woman is having with health services at all. So it's important that the woman goes there.
Okay.
And pregnancy is so delicate that sometimes a woman is pregnancy has its own complications. There are some complications that can arise during the course of pregnancy. That's what I meant to say. You understand? And if you don't go for antenatal care, how will you know? Like hypertension. Normally you know that sometimes if somebody has hypertension, you don't even know that you have hypertension. Sometimes it does maybe slight headache here and there. You understand? And from hypertension, pregnancy-induced hypertension, the woman will have what's called pre-eclampsia, and from there eclampsia, where the woman has hypertension and the woman is convulsing at the same time. Now, it poses a risk to the life of that woman and the baby inside. But if this woman is attending antenatal, they will know that, oh, this blood pressure is high. You understand? And they will start giving this woman drugs, medications to bring down the BP. And that, by doing that, we prevent maternal mortality and we prevent stillbirths.
Okay.
But the same thing with diabetics. Some women, they develop what's called gestational diabetes mellitus when they are pregnant. It's not as if they had it before. You understand? That is for those that will develop complications. And some, they have pre-existing disease. You have women that have diabetes before pregnancy, and pregnancy makes these things sometimes, it makes them worse. Some women, they have, maybe they are sicklers, they get pregnant, you know. This woman too, they need antenatal care to be able to manage them well because of the stress that the pregnancy, because when you're pregnant, like the baby, you are the one feeding the baby, the mother is the one feeding the baby, doing everything, the blood and all that. You understand? So it's a kind of stress on the physiology of the woman. You understand? And to be able to help this woman should meet skilled health professionals who know what to do. You understand? Another thing is, doing antenatal, like the Jane I told you about, they teach women healthy lifestyles, what to eat, what not to eat, all those things. And sometimes even antenatal too, thanks to, because antenatal too is not just for the woman alone. Where it's properly done, they even ask the fathers to come, the husbands to come, so that they educate everybody. And that helps in improving whatever they do at home.
But men don't usually attend. They always have one excuse: I'm not even pregnant.
We are getting there.
Other women go to antenatal. You're not the first person to be pregnant. Still go for your antenatal.
We'll get there.
Okay, I think we should get there. All right. I think we're wrapping up now. What is your final advice to our pregnant women out there?
Okay, my advice to pregnant women out there is there's really no substitute to antenatal care. That is the way we can prevent adverse health conditions during pregnancy. And it's so important to preserve the life of the mother and that of the child because the goal of pregnancy really is, at the end of pregnancy, is to have a healthy child, a healthy mother and a healthy child.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ulumoyowa Bamidele, consultant pediatrician, Federal Medical Center here in Asaba. All right, women, you heard it. I will only add this to you. No woman deserves to die. You have the chance to see your child alive and also be a healthy mother. But that depends on you if you choose to visit the hospital for antenatal care so that you can have the best of professional and skilled treatment.
My sister, did you hear that Mr. Jonah's wife is dead?
Yes, so I heard she went to that traditional doctor's place to deliver her baby and complication resulted.
God knows that all my delivering has been at the recognized hospital, and whenever I'm pregnant, I always patronize the hospital with qualified medical personnel.
But you know that this hospital demands so much money and the main hospital is far from us.
No! Government has made delivery free both at the hospitals and primary health centers throughout the state.
All pregnant women are advised to register with the nearest health center or hospital for safe delivery of their babies. Avoid quacks to stay alive.
This message is brought to you by the Delta State Ministry of Information in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF.
Yes, very, very important.
What is very, very important?
When you go to antenatal care, the nurses or the midwife, they will check you, check your baby, the baby position, and if there's anything lacking, anything you are lacking, or the baby is not in a good position, they will tell that you, but they will tackle it on time before it becomes too late. So it's very, very important to go for antenatal care. For the encourage their wife to go for antenatal care, they need it for the mother, state of the mother and for the baby, to avoid complications during delivery.
Very, very necessary to encourage my wife to go for an antenatal. That is very, very necessary. Because, you know, without antenatal, my woman can put to bed in a good health, no problem. But at times, but for me, I prefer antenatal and native combined together. But when you combine antenatal with native, things will be moving well.
I will not be the one that will take care of myself when I'm pregnant. Now it's something that human being cannot do on its own. You need medical assistance. So, yes, it's very bad. They're supposed to go to hospital. Why? What will be the danger if they don't go? They didn't go to hospital. Sometimes, like when we go to hospital, there is tetanus injection they do give woman when you are pregnant. There are some important treatment that you need to take when you are pregnant. Even malaria is not good for newborn.
Okay, it's important for women to go for antenatal care because you might not really tell what is going on in your system. But if you go for antenatal care, the doctor will be able to detect if you have any systemic disease. For instance, if you have diabetes or you have hypertension, they're able to detect. If you are overweight, they're able to detect. If you are not properly taking your regular medications like folic acid and the others, they'll be able to advise you on that. Because if you are not giving yourself maximum care, it can tell on the baby. The baby can be having one ailment or the other, which you never can tell. But if you go for regular antenatal care, you find out that the baby will come out healthy, the mother and child will come out healthy, and it will be of good benefit to the family.
Okay, this is where we draw it off for today on your health. Next week will be another day. We'll bring you another professional to help out with access to treatment and management. Thank you, doctor. I do hope when we back on you again, you'll be here to enlighten us. Until next week, my name is Lucy Diabwa. On behalf of the crew, see you next week.
My sister, did you hear that Mr. Jonah's wife is dead?
Yes, so I heard she went to that traditional doctor's place to deliver her baby and complication resulted.
God knows that all my delivering has been at the recognized hospital, and whenever I'm pregnant, I always patronize the hospital with qualified medical personnel.
But you know that this hospital demands so much money and the main hospital is far from us.
No! Government has made delivery free both at the hospitals and primary health centers throughout the state.
All pregnant women are advised to register with the nearest health center or hospital for safe delivery of their babies. Avoid quacks to stay alive.
This message is brought to you by the Delta State Ministry of Information in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF.